So the question is, should you get into keeping and breeding ball pythons in 2025? Let's find out on this special Four Horsemen episode. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Predator BP, the channel that focuses on the hobbyist keeper and breeder of ball pythons. And guys, it's good to be back. It's good to be back under the Predator BP name. And what's most good about being back is being back with my brothers, the Four Horsemen. Shane Kelly from Small Town Xotics, Ron from BBM Reptiles, and Rob Barraclough from Royal Balls. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this brand new Four Horsemen episode and go straight over to Puerto Rico with Ron from BBM Reptiles.
The call's been made. The Four Horsemen. They ride again. This is beard butter. Hey guys, Ron here with BBM Reptiles. When Richard reached out to me, I mean, like, oh my goodness, what can I say? A reunion tour with my brothers and the Four Horsemen coming back to 2025 is like, what more can you ask for? And I know there's a lot of people new in the hobby. They're like, who are the Four Horsemen? Guys, I mean, like, Richard will put you up to date with that. But the question in this video is 2025. Is it the right time to get into ball pythons, and why would you? I mean, like, why wouldn't it? Right now, ball pythons, it's become so immersed. It's so amazing with so many combos that's been discovered. And it even came to the point that it's more accessible to a lot of people. So now we're seeing those amazing combos that at one time we were even dreaming about. Now we're visually seeing it, and the potential that they have, it basically gives you that jump start to basically have anyone coming new into the hobby. With amazing combinations and clowns, and seeing that been upgraded with so many different combos like the puzzles, the monsoon clowns, desert ghosts, and lavender. I mean, like, the list can go on with so many great combos that are accessible at a reasonable price for a person to start in and build up their own passion in this hobby. As Rich said well himself, that basically coming back into this, he found the passion that actually fueled him into this. And it's basically the driving force for all of us in reptile keeping. You know, reaching out, sharing our passion with like-minded people, and obviously showing out those amazing results that you as a breeder was able to accomplish. So guys, it's never too late to get back into this hobby. You're never too old, you're never too young. And basically, we're all starting out new at one point in our life. But the important thing is basically holding on to that incredible passion that you find in this, sharing it, and basically building a pyramid of like-minded people and discovering the possibilities you never knew that you could actually find. Anyway, guys, thank you, Richard, Rob, and Shane, Four Horsemen. As you can see, we will always be ready to ride. Take care and have a good one.
The Four Horsemen ride again. Mount up, baby. Big shout out to Richard, my brother Ron, and of course, Rob. And the question we're answering today is, 2025 a good time to get into ball pythons? And let's be real, there has never been a better time than 2025 to get into ball pythons. While the market is down, the opportunities are way up. So if you've ever thought about breeding on any level, whether it's hobby, serious, business, whatever, now is the time to buy. That means someone starting today can jump into some projects that used to take years or a lot of money to achieve. Hypo DG clowns are no longer out of reach. Genetic stripe clowns are no longer out of reach and easily attainable. In 2025, you have the most access to projects that I've ever seen. So if you play your cards right, build a brand, build some good projects, when the market rebounds, you'll be holding some animals that people want. And the best part is, you'll have had a ton of fun, met a bunch of people, and joined one of the best communities on this planet. So if you've been on the fence, 2025 is the time to jump off that fence and invest in some top-level projects at bargain prices. Or just buy some really beautiful animals at some great bargain prices. This is Shane from Small Town Xotics. We're not just breeding snakes, we're building a legacy. Rock on.
Hi guys, it's Rob from Royal Balls. Richard is back. And obviously we've had discussions offline since he's got back into the hobby, and he asked me to put together a clip to do a Four Horseman reunion video, which of course I could not decline. I do feel a little bit of an imposter. The topic of the video is why 2025 is a good year to get back into the hobby, and obviously in my overseas posting I no longer have snakes. All my snakes are at ARP. So I decided to look at the topic from a different perspective. What would prevent me from getting back into the hobby? And I could think of two things immediately. First, rules and regulations. In today's world there are more and more restrictions on keeping ball pythons. Licenses to keep, licenses to breed, licenses to sell. The restrictions on keeping ball pythons, certainly in Malaysia, is becoming rather burdensome, and it is a prime consideration for getting back into the hobby. The second reason that would put me off going back into the hobby is rats. Yes, rats. Once your collection gets to a certain size, buying from rodent breeders becomes something of an issue. Supply is not always consistent, quality is not always good, you don't always get the right sizes at the right times for your collection. So once your collection grows to a certain size, you really have no choice but to breed your own rats. And I hated it. I hated the amount of work that was involved, daily cleaning, daily feeding. The time and effort required to breed rats is many times more than it took to look after the collection of snakes. Rats would be one reason that puts me off going back into the hobby. So while I was preparing for this video, I actually looked at some of my collection of photographs and I came across these. I think these photos speak for themselves. No need to say why I would get back into the hobby. Just take a look at these magnificent animals that I've left behind in Malaysia with ARP. Running through these photos made me realise how much I actually miss making videos and sharing these snakes with you guys. I actually had to dust off my camera, charge up the batteries and make sure everything was working before I could record this clip for you guys. And I have thoroughly enjoyed it. With the current state of knowledge in the industry, and now with the ready availability of genetic testing, it's a great time to get back into the hobby. So that's it, guys. Reasons why I wouldn't go back into the hobby, and obvious reasons, a passion for snakes, why I still would go back into the hobby, and why 2025 is as good a time as any to get back into the industry.
Now that was fantastic, hearing from the other three of the Four Horsemen and getting their perspective on the hobby in 2025 and whether you should jump into it. Now guys, you know what my opinion is going to be. I've recently come back to the hobby after 3 years out, and I am so glad to be back. I am slowly building back up now. I've got some new snakes coming in that I really can't wait to share with you. And if you saw my first video, you know that I'm dealing with some health issues, and this hobby coming back into my life has really helped to keep me positive and keep me distracted from those issues that I'm still battling. But do I think you should get into the hobby in 2025? Yeah, exactly. Just echoing some of the points that have been out there. The market has dropped, but that's actually given us a good opportunity to come back in and buy combos and morphs that we couldn't afford, or I couldn't afford when I was first in the hobby. I have no doubt that the market's going to slowly start to rise again, and that the popularity of the hobby is building up again. I'm coming across so many people that have just got back in, and it feels like now's the time. Thank everybody who's reached out to me on Instagram. Once again, guys, I'm still getting people reach out to me on Instagram to chat, to go around, see their facility, just to welcome me back, or to tell me how they appreciated Predator BP's videos 3 years ago. I still can't believe that people remember me after a 3-year layoff, and that I've been welcomed back into the community so well, and especially by my 3 brothers from the Four Horsemen. I want a special thank you to them: Rob Barraclough from Royal Balls, Shane Kelly, Small Town Xotics, and Ron from BBM Reptiles. Because I disappeared, I came back, and they have welcomed me back in as a brother. We've reunited as the Four Horsemen now, and hopefully we'll put out new content regularly. You're going to see some of the old archive videos too. But I digress. The hobby, guys, keeping and breeding these animals is just amazing. What you can do with the different combinations, interacting with these animals, they're amazing how they work, from shedding to feeding to breeding to behaviors. It's just such a good hobby to have, and they're such great animals to keep. So should you get into the ball python breeding and keeping hobby in 2025? Hell yeah. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this Four Horsemen episode, and we hope to see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.